Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Dayspring Discussions, a very special episode. I'm your host, Sean McGahee, and on this very special day, a rare occasion, I am joined by our old friend and colleague, Mr. Joshua Del Angel.
Woo, what's up, everybody? Wow, dude, it does feel a little weird being back on the show here. It's like riding a bike, though, man. I mean, it's good to be on the show. It's good to be here. I'm excited.
It's like the stars totally aligned with us today because you and I had already planned to hang out today. We've been meaning to hang out, watch Speed Racer for a while now, and then some big news dropped this morning that I know you were excited about as far as the two trailers. So I'm like, what a perfect opportunity to do just a little podcast, talk about some stuff we're really excited about, and, you know, kind of get ahead of it and whatever, so.
Yeah, man, what's weird was we were literally talking about this, I think, yesterday.
Wanting
to see a couple new trailers.
Yeah, we were talking yesterday about how I said they said the Logan trailer was going to drop later this week, and then how I felt like they should drop another Power Rangers movie, because both the movies come out in less than 2 months. So, and lo and behold, this morning we got both of them, so it was awesome. Great timing. So guys, for those of you who don't know, this morning a new trailer for both Logan and Power Rangers dropped. Josh and I are going to sit here and talk about it a little bit, and then you guys, of course, fire back on social media and let us know your thoughts as well. But before we do that, got a little bit of housekeeping to do. Now, I did do a show earlier with Lisa this week, and we talked a bunch of movie news. Now, the thing about Lisa is, love her to death. Let me put that out there. She goes with me to the movies. She goes to me to see the Star Wars and the Marvel movies and all this, but she really doesn't watch the TV. Okay, so whenever there's TV stuff, she really doesn't have much to add, and I feel a little bad about it. So there was some stuff that dropped last week in regards to the Defenders. Entertainment Weekly did this big spread on the Defenders Netflix show coming out. Bunch of promotional photos with the team, as well as some details about Sigourney Weaver playing the villain. Lisa, having never watched any of the Marvel Netflix stuff, I knew she wouldn't have anything to, give or any input to give for the story. So I thought, hey, what a great opportunity, because Josh here has watched the Netflix shows. Now, did you finish Luke Cage?
Hell no, man.
Okay, well,
hell no, I couldn't get through it.
In that case, I might actually spoil the ending for you. So, but you have watched Daredevil and Jessica Jones, right?
Yes, very much love those. Dude, I mean, the Defenders are in full throttle with marketing, man.
Exactly. So, just getting into it a little bit here. As I said, Entertainment Weekly gives a preview of their upcoming issue where Netflix's The Defenders are going to be on the cover. And it's going to give a little details about the series. Now, one thing that it does, it gives us a little more details in our first look at Sigourney Weaver's character, who's going to be playing the villain of the series, supposedly. Now, her character's name is Alexandra Draguno, I guess. Now, there is no really Marvel Comics counterpart to how they described her character, but there is one in the comic book myth where she's an armor and a minor grudge against Iron Man. Though the only thing really similar between that and the Sigourney Weaver character is just the name. From the details they gave about her, doesn't look like she has much else in common with the comic character besides just, the name. So we'll have to wait and see about that.
That would be hard to believe that they just generated a name from. I mean, granted, they did take it from comic book encyclopedia, but it's weird. I mean, if they didn't have any connections to that character, maybe we're seeing like the pre-form of this villain that who fights Iron Man. You said?
Yeah, if you used to fight Iron Man villain. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe. But I'm excited either way.
We'll see. Okay. So the showrunner, what's his name here, Marco Ramirez, told Entertainment Weekly, quote, "Her character is a very powerful force in New York City. She's everything Sigourney is: sophisticated, intellectual, and dangerous." Now, as regards to other details about the series, they said that first off, it's going to be 8 episodes in season 1, which is different from the normal 13 to 12 episodes we've been getting from the Netflix series. And also, it said that it's going to premiere in summer, which I thought was a little odd as well, because we've been getting with the Netflix series, we're getting one in spring and one in fall. This one's coming out in summer, and I'll give my thoughts about why it's coming out in summer in just a sec here. But then the other thing is that they said that The Hand is going to play a role as well, too.
Oh, hell yeah, I hope so.
Which makes sense, because in Daredevil Season 2, we saw The Hand, and immediately when I saw The Hand, they're ninjas, I thought, okay, this is going to play into Iron Fist. Iron Fist comes out March 17th, St. Patty's Day, yeah! I'll be drinking some Kryptonite, watching some Iron Fist, it's going to be awesome. but the Hand is such a big organization, a big criminal organization. I think it's going to be that thing that kind of brings them together. Much like in the Avengers film, you had the Chitauri or the aliens come together, so you had to bring all the Avengers together to fight that. I think it's going to be awesome. So just as far as commenting on kind of the details, Josh, first off, what do you think about it being a shorter season than what we've seen from the Netflix series?
The thought that comes to mind is that we're going to see a more intense season. I think from the very first episode, it'll be intense. It'll be... I'm not sure if we'll get battles every episode. I'm not sure what that means as far as intensity. But shorter season means more intense episodes. Each episode is going to be on... You'll probably be on the edge of your seat. So
True. And one thing I got from it is that people are saying in Luke Cage, they felt like Luke Cage could have been shorter as well. Like, it was 13 episodes, I believe. And people said if it was like 8 or 9 episodes, that would have been good because there's a lot of filler episodes.
I'm one of those people for sure, man. It was way too slow for me.
Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of them are too. But for me, also, I watch a lot of cable shows now. I don't watch a lot of network shows. Like, the only network shows I watch are like Flash and Arrow, and those are 22 episodes per season.
Right.
And it seems like they have so many filler episodes because I'm so used to now watching like Game of Thrones that is 10 episodes a season,
right.
Or a show like Shameless on Showtime that only has 11 or 12 episodes. So those longer seasons just seem ahead of me out. So the fact that they're condensing it down to 8 episodes this season, I like because I think that it's going to keep the story focused.
Right.
And that'll be cool. And then another part, they said they're premiering it in summertime. All right, so here's my theory. So just taking a look at, say, the Marvel movies, all right? We started out with kind of 1 movie per year, and then they kind of bumped it up to 2. This year, we're getting 3 Marvel movies. We're getting Spider-Man Homecoming, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and Thor Ragnarok. And it's just because they're making sequels on top of the other original pictures they're making as well. And that's kind of what's going on with the Netflix series, where you have the four shows: Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and they're all getting renewed for new seasons. So you have Daredevil season 3 coming, Jessica Jones season 2 coming, on top of Iron Fist, on top of Defenders, on top of the announced Punisher season is coming. So I think Marvel's Netflix is going to do the same thing, where they're going to go to 3 shows per year. We're going to get 1 in spring, 1 in summer, 1 in fall. What do you think?
Well, what do you think about what that means for the conflict itself? This is, so Sigourney Weaver is playing a character. From what I'm guessing, she's from this world. She is a villainous character. I mean, we don't really know much, but she's not Thanos. She's not, obviously when you get these many heroes together, you have to fight somebody worth all their effort. So what do you think that means for the...
I think it's great because, like I said, these are street level heroes. I always say the Avengers saved the world, the Defenders saved the neighborhood, okay? These guys aren't Thor or Hulk or Iron Man, okay? These are, these guys you just have they have strength and, invulnerability and stuff like that. They don't have, the power of gods. They're not big, giant, green, indestructible monsters. So you have to take the threat. You can't give them aliens to fight.
Right.
You got to give it more central. So fighting in the more neighborhood, fighting the Hand, like a ninja group or something like that, I think it's more on their level compared to, again, trying to fight Thanos. Like, if you put any of these characters in there to fight Thanos, you would kill them like that. Like, flick them, they're dead. That's going to be more for the more powerful heroes such as Thor and Hulk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So fighting a character who's more of a businessman, who runs a criminal empire, kind of like Sigourney Weaver's character, I think does, kind of fits more their style.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea if this is a shorter season and it is a season where that is dedicated to the Defenders. I like the idea that this is going to be almost like a side episode. I don't want to degrade it by saying that, but it's like you get a fun, action-packed season in between those who are diehard Daredevil fans and those who are dedicated to Jessica Jones.
I'm personally, like I said, I'm a big Iron Man Fist fan, so I'm excited for that. I think once Iron Fist comes out, we're going to have more of an idea of who the villain is and what the stakes are going to be in the Defenders as well.
Yeah.
So that'll be great. I'm totally looking forward to all that. They didn't give you an announcement date yet as far as when Defenders will premiere. They just said summertime. So,
but like I said, marketing is full. I mean, I saw the pictures. I mean, it's coming, man. It's almost here. So
Oh yeah, I'm totally excited for it. So cool. All right, guys. So moving on to the main event. Since we're talking Marvel, let's go ahead and stick with Marvel. Okay.
All right.
So this morning, Fox, 20th Century Fox, released the second trailer and the final trailer for their upcoming X-Men spinoff film Logan. Now the film is directed by James Mangold, who directed the last Wolverine film, The Wolverine, and this is supposed to be Hugh Jackman's last go as Logan / Wolverine, and also Patrick Stewart's last role as Professor X / Charles Xavier. So, the official synopsis for this one is, quote, set in the near future, the film follows a weary Logan as he cares for an alien Professor X in a hideout on the Mexican border. But Logan's attempts to hide from the world and his legacy are upended when a young mutant arrives, being pursued by dark forces. The film comes out March 3rd, which is coming up soon.
Right.
We'll just have to wait and see how it goes. But you saw the trailer for the first time a few minutes ago. What'd you think, man?
Man, if you have not seen this trailer, let me speak to the crowd here. If you have not seen this trailer, you definitely need to go stop what you're doing. I don't care if you're at work, and go see this trailer. Man, it looks awesome. It looks great. My first thoughts were, dear God, I don't want my sister to have the same anger that this X-23 has. Man. She is badass.
When Lisa saw the trailer this morning, she's like, well, it looks like we got another hit girl.
Yeah, I mean, I think this chick is gonna give Hit Girl a run for her money. I mean, she had the intensity that you see on her face during the trailer. She nails it, and I was kind of skeptical on how, if this is truly the last episode we'll see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, the last movie. Man, I mean, I'm okay with the way this trailer has given me more confidence, at least. And
so that first trailer was no doubt one of the best of the last year with Johnny Cash's hurt, but really you put anything with Johnny Cash's hurt and it's going to come off awesome, really.
Money in the bank.
This one, I wasn't, sure to do, but this one we got a lot more story. It involved Laura, aka X-23 more. So just give you guys a little background as well on the character of X-23. She was a clone of Logan's, Wolverine, and the reason she's named X-23 is because she was the 23rd attempt to recreate Wolverine, right, is what it goes with. Now, when she wasn't originally in the comics to start off, she was actually in the animated series X-Men Evolution, and she's one of those rare comic book characters that made the jump, started off in animated series, and was so popular that she made the jump to comic books, much like Harley Quinn in the Batman animated series. She was very popular in that, so they brought her over to the comic book world.
That's cool, I didn't know that.
Yeah, exactly. So, and Logan has kind of taken it upon himself to be her kind of father figure, her big brother, watching over her. Because, I mean, with Logan, he kind of grew up normal. It wasn't until later in his life that he became a government weapon. X-23 has always been in the government's hands. She's been raised to be a killer from the moment she was conceived. So,
that's what's scary.
And that's what you see.
That's what's scary.
You saw that in the trailer too. The way she acted, she was very stoic, but man, she was lethal.
Yeah.
And that's going to be awesome. I'm super excited about that. I'm very curious as well too if they're going to tie this back to the end of X-Men Apocalypse, the post-credit scene.
Right.
Because in the post-credit scene of X-Men Apocalypse, you gave a tease to the Essex Corporation, which is Mr. Sinister. And you saw that someone take the blood of Wolverine. And immediately I thought, X-23. That's where they're going with this. So I don't know if they're going to make that connection or not.
I hope they acknowledge it, man. I mean,
yeah.
To me, that movie was such a success. And I would hope they, have no problem bringing it up again, man. I mean,
yeah.
It was a pretty cool moment in this movie.
Not bad. So... What was I going to say? So another thing I thought the trailer was interesting. Of course, I thought it was awesome when she was walking up and we finally saw her trailers like slowly pop out of her hand. And the guy's like, no. And that was awesome. But also you see, because this is many years after, we learned from the first trailer that mutants have kind of died out. And then you see that Laura actually has comics of X-Men.
Right.
Now, of course, they're not actual X-Men comics, but it looks like they're tales that people have made up. And Wolverine's flipping through it, and he's like, well, that's not exactly how it went down, if any of it did. That was kind of something I thought was very interesting about how, people are telling tales of the X-Men in a world where the X-Men actually existed, which kind of makes me wonder how public were the X-Men in this universe, because let's not forget that if this plays by the same continuity rules, which the X-Men movies don't really have a past of staying within certain continuity rules.
Right.
That the last we saw of the X-Men was in X-Men Apocalypse, where they hadn't really gone public yet. But in the comics, they actually do. Charles Xavier eventually lets the public know, hey, I run a school for mutants. We help defend people from other mutants, etc., etc. So that would make sense that then in the future, people are writing comic books about the adventures of the X-Men.
I think that was the part that I got chills or gave me chills, just seeing that and the connection there.
Yeah, and with this movie, of course, too, remember it's rated R, and you saw the blood in this trailer.
Oh yeah.
You saw. It looks like Wolverine and X-23 are gonna be cutting some people up.
Oh man, I can't wait.
I want to say what now. Remember, Lisa compared her to Hit Girl, and as soon as she said that in my mind, I was like, let's see Big Daddy and Hit Girl versus Wolverine and X-23.
I'm thinking Wolverine.
I'm thinking they'll make short work of them, but it'd be fun to see. But anyway, yeah, there's a great trailer. It makes me more excited for the film. So, question is, opening night?
Yeah, dude, definitely.
All right,
definitely.
so when tickets go on sale, I always keep my eye out for when tickets go on sale. I'm gonna grab 4 tickets. We'll all go see it, okay?
Grab 4, please. Fight, claw, do whatever you need to do to get that.
The last time I tried to get Star Wars tickets, that's a little different.
You let me down.
I know I did. I'm sorry, but that's a little different. That was Star Wars, okay? This, I don't think it's going to be much of a fight for it. It'll still be a little of a fight, but not as much for a fight. So,
right.
All right, so and before we go to the next one, I want to kind of comment as well that's something Logan related. Yesterday, both Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds put out a picture on Twitter sitting with Pierce Brosnan, a.k.a. the former James Bond. And there was 2 pictures. One, they were just sitting there on the couch, kind of looking casual. The other one was them, one had their ears covered, one had their eyes covered, one had their mouth covered, which, of course, I think they're referencing the phrase, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, stuff like that.
Right.
So the internet exploded from this picture because in recent weeks, people have been talking about how Ryan Reynolds is trying to get Hugh Jackman to come out of retirement, so to speak, to be in Deadpool 2, or at least do a cameo. And the other big thing they're talking about as far as Deadpool 2 is the casting of Cable. So people immediately took this picture and thought that Jackman and Reynolds are teasing us that Pierce Brosnan is going to play Cable in Deadpool 2. So, for you, Joss, I'm posing 3 questions, okay? 1, do you think this means that Hugh Jackman and Pierce Brosnan will be in Deadpool 2? Second question, do you think that Pierce Brosnan will play Cable? And 3, is it true, or do you think that they're just fucking with us? Because celebrities know now that social media is the perfect way to troll their fans, to tease them, to get them excited, to get them talking. Like I said, they posted 2 pictures, and the geekdom of the internet exploded yesterday. Right. So what do you think? Are they just messing with us, or is it something to it all?
I mean, you take 2 cats like Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, both have a very unique sense of humor and fucking with us, basically. So I want to believe this. I mean, I would definitely, the idea of Cable being portrayed by Pierce Brosnan, great. I like the idea. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it would be. This would be the way they would reveal it to us. I don't think it's.
I don't think it will be either, especially because it 20th Century Fox and Ryan Reynolds knows it's such a hot topic. I don't think they're gonna get something like that just on social media. I think it's gonna be more. They're gonna do an official announcement. But here's my question. Here's my thought that I had on the way over here. I was listening to Collider Movie Talk, and they were talking about this subject matter. And the main guy for there, John Campea, thought about it, and he's like, maybe he's not playing Cable, but you know what Pierce Brosnan would do? He'd do an awesome Mr. Sinister. And then my head exploded. I was like, oh my God, they're right. Especially since they've already teased Mr. Sinister at the end of X-Men Apocalypse.
Dude.
So we think he's coming. And also, since we have Cable in this Deadpool film, Mr. Sinister is pretty much responsible for the creation of Cable as well.
Oh.
And I thought about that, and I'm like, oh my God. Now, it's totally speculative. We're just going off of this, so it could mean nothing, but the idea is now in my head.
Dude,
and I'm like,
great idea.
Pierce Brosnan would make an awesome Mr. Sinister.
I saw it immediately.
I thought that would be so cool, man. And now it's in my head, and I can't get it out. Now, take away all the rumors. them posting this picture online, kind of what my thought is that now I think Pierce Brosnan will play a role in the a future X-Men movie.
Right.
Maybe not Cable, maybe not Mr. Sinister, but I think they are teasing us that he is going to be either in a future X-Men film or Deadpool 2.
Yeah. I mean, I think for sure that's what this picture at least tells us, is that he is going to be involved somehow with this franchise, man.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, anything else you want to comment on that?
No, I don't want to see Hugh Jackman go, man. I don't want to. I'm honestly, it's coming to the end here. I don't want it to be.
Okay, cool. All right, well, let's move on. Before we move on to the Power Rangers, let's talk about a little DC news. NBC has released a new trailer for their series Powerless, which premieres February 2nd on NBC. So in this, it's take place in the DC universe, and it stars Vanessa Hudgens as Emily Locke, who lands her dream job as Director of Research and Development for Wayne Security in Charm City. Never heard of Charm City before. It's home to superheroes and villains and citizens fed up with the collateral damage of their constant fighting. Full of confidence and big ideas, Emily quickly learns that her aspirations far exceed those of her new boss and office mates. So it'll be up to her to lead the team towards their full potential and realization that they don't need superpowers to be a hero. Gosh, that was a mouthful. Powerless also stars Alan Tudyk, who's going to play Vanessa Hudgens' boss and Bruce Wayne's cousin, allegedly. Like I said, the show premieres on February 2nd. And this new trailer I liked. It was a little longer because I think it was like 2 weeks ago. They started coming out with TV spots for it, and they were funny and all, but this one's a much longer one. The thing I liked about it is they referenced so much of the DC universe. They had a Wonder Woman reference in there with the Invisible Jet. They had a Superman reference with the Kryptonite shield. They had a Batman reference with the Bruce Wayne text. So that alone got me excited to watch this, and it's also kind of a different slant on superheroes as well. They become such a genre, the superhero films, superhero TV shows. It's nice to see something, like I said, a little different. It's not a drama starring superheroes. It's a comedy that takes place in a superhero world. I think it seems kind of interesting.
First of all, I didn't realize that was Vanessa Hudgens. Thank you very much for dropping that.
You didn't realize? You watched the whole trailer?
I didn't realize that was her. I thought more she looked like Iris from the Flash series, but
she did. Yes.
Nonetheless, it looks funny, and I think that's why I'll watch it. I'm excited to watch it. I'm not really much of a big, NBC guy, but I definitely think I'm gonna record it, give a few episodes a shot. What I'm concerned with is that the trailer had so many great references that what if that's all they have for us?
All they have, yeah.
And what if this is, it's a lot of filler episodes? There are as long as they keep making reference like that and tie it in with the world that we love and know, I think I'm hooked. But
I think it'll be good, yeah. I mean, like I said, I think the references are going to pull us in. It's up to the writing and the actual characters themselves to keep us there. They can pull us in with the superhero references for the DC universe, but once we get in there, they got to make us care about the characters.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the real trick to see if they can do it. Vanessa Hudgens, I'm not a big fan of. I mean, she's hot.
What?
But I mean, like I said, I never saw the High School Musical movies.
Man,
no, I never saw it. It was post my time, man. Post my time. No. And then the only thing I've seen her besides that was Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
She really didn't play much of a role in that. So yeah, we'll just wait and see. Alan Tudyk though.
Hilarious.
That gets me on board. Serenity, Firefly. He was in Rogue One. He did the voice of KS2O. So anything Alan Tudyk is in, I'm down for that. So we'll have to wait and see about this one. I think it's definitely worth checking out. And it's February 2nd, so it's coming up pretty quickly. So we'll have to wait and see how that one goes. All right, guys. So the last story on this day is going to be about a new trailer that dropped this morning called Power Rangers.
Like they don't know about it. Like they don't know what
Power
Rangers
They don't
are.
know about it. No, they don't. All right. So Lionsgate has debuted a new trailer for the film, which gives us a good look at Bryan Cranston voicing, what's his name? Zordon. We see Bill Hader voicing Alpha 5. You see the look at the Zords. You finally get to see the actual Power Rangers in full costume. And we get a little bit more as far as Elizabeth Banks playing Rita Repulsa. So, the official synopsis for it is Saban's Power Rangers follows 5 ordinary high school kids who become something extraordinary when they learn that their small town of Angel Grove and the world is on the verge of being obliterated by an alien threat. Chosen by destiny, our heroes quickly discover that they are the only ones who can save the planet. But to do so, they will have to overcome their real-life issues and band together as the Power Rangers before it's too late. The film is being directed by Dean Israelite, who directed Project Almanac. That was a film I never got a chance to see. I meant to see it. I think I rented it, and I just never watched it. But Josh, being the younger one here, probably being a little more into Power Rangers than what I was, I'm going to let you have first shot at this before I kill this thing.
Man, Power Rangers taught me how to fight, man. I think that was an understatement. Power Rangers taught me about life and love.
About life?
Life and love, and went through first crushes with that show. Just, everything. A lot of firsts with that show.
Of course. Oh, yeah.
A lot of firsts with that show, but I'll keep PG.
Okay. So what did you think of this new trailer?
This new trailer was everything that I was asking for from this movie. The first trailer really didn't give enough away for me to really kind of commit or get excited about. Mm-hmm. This trailer gets me excited about the movie. And the movie's in March?
March 23rd? 24th, yeah.
Finally.
So we're a little over 2 months away, yeah.
I'm ready for this, man. I mean, it shows you the Zords, it shows you Zordon, it shows you...
Megazord. We saw a little bit of that.
Yep. Definitely got a Skyrim feel to it. Not Pacific
Rim, yeah,
Pacific
of course.
Rim feel to it.
Giant robots fighting giant monsters. That's just good TV right there.
But don't get me wrong. If you see the trailer, you'll see that it is very much unique. It did bring some nostalgic images for me as well with the Power Rangers itself. And not sure how I feel about them showing their faces a whole lot while they're morphed.
Uh-huh.
I'm a little iffy about that. But I feel like that's just trying to show off your famous faces
exactly.
for the kids. Show off our pretty faces.
Yeah. Like I said, in Captain America, you don't see him with a mask a lot of the time because they want to show off Chris Evans, is what it is.
Yeah.
Now, it's a little different, I think, with this one because the 5 Power Rangers themselves, the actors, aren't really famous.
True.
So you don't have to show them off, but then again, you want to see their expressions, you want to see their reactions for the human interaction part of it all. So I can see why they would try to keep their helmets off as much as they can.
Yeah.
Plus, you probably can't see very well through those helmets. So, if they're trying to shoot down some monsters and stuff like that, it's probably better if, you don't have to look through the dark lens, I think.
I hear that for sure. On another note, I feel like the colors of the original Power Rangers still sticking to it. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a Power Rangers film, but it is definitely had like the sense of humor. You can tell. Did you catch how the sense of humor is definitely more
I caught
older? It's older. It's more not quite adult, young adult.
I don't know about that.
I think it's young adult. I think you had some cussing in there as well. So I mean, it's not your.
I didn't catch any cuss words.
I think I caught a few cuss words in
there.
I
don't think so. Anyway, keep going.
But either way, I mean, I feel like it's. I like the idea that it's going to appeal to a little bit older crowd. So we'll see.
Are you ready for this?
Oh yeah.
It's Octoballs!
What?
Oh man, gosh. So, the first teaser trailer I was into, okay? Because it seems so mature. The music and everything like that. The music for this was kiddie-ish. The dialogue was stupid, okay? And the Zords, I know they had like putty monsters. It was like rock monsters more than putty monsters.
They look like
or
rock
something
monsters.
like that. I'm sorry, but the way obviously I'm not the target audience, I stopped watching Power Rangers around season 2 because I was too old for it past that. So it just seemed like what I was afraid of with the being too cheesy and, the cheesiness of the original series. I feel like they're teetering on that line. Like, come on, tell me that line. Okay, when they're in the water and they're glowing, they're like, I'm black. What? Oh, come on, man.
I am black.
That dialogue was horrible.
That is classic. You can't make a Power Ranger movie without addressing... Because there's always one dude that doesn't want to be the color ranger that he is, or doesn't want to be that, the animal that he got, like with the Black Ranger being a frog, or, there's always that sense of humor, and that was part of what brought me back. But at the same time, it's cool, man. I mean, the effects look cool, the suits look cool. I will agree with you about, I think it was Elizabeth Banks' character, Rita. I believe it was her Zords that looked like rock monsters.
Yeah, and I think those are supposed to be the putties.
Right.
I think they're supposed to be the putties because they do that simulation where they're fighting.
Oh, that's right.
And then,
so instead of like ninja looking,
and then
guys,
in the battle, you see them actually fighting those things as well.
That's right.
So I'm pretty sure,
okay.
and even some of like the ninja moves looked like it did in the TV series. It just, I don't know, man. I thought it was going to be a little more sophisticated than what it looks in the trailer.
No, I definitely wasn't going to ever use the word sophisticated with that with Power Ranger movie. I knew it's kind of like watching Dragon Ball. You're going to get that cheese to it. You're going to get a kiddish, almost young vibe to it. But you know what's going to sell me? The combat. And if you get some cool combat, cool action sequences, that could appeal to your older crowd. I think they're trying to make this into like a blockbuster, man. I think they're trying to compete with Marvel.
I think with this trailer, go ahead.
Well, they're trying to compete with Marvel and DC, so I think their target is everybody. I think that's truly what they're going to try to do.
So, okay, if you compare it to Marvel, I consider Marvel movie family films. And I would definitely consider this family films, but from what I saw from this trailer, as a parent or an older gentleman, I guess you could say, it doesn't appeal as much to me. If I was 12 years old, totally appeals to me. Totally right there in my wheelhouse. But the thing I like about the Marvel movies is that, much like kind of like Disney Pixar films, they have adult humor and they have kid humor, and everyone gets something different from them. With this, as an adult, I didn't get anything from this trailer that seemed appealing to me in a sense of storyline and dialogue and stuff like that. It looked, again, like it's like, what's that film? Spy Kids. It seemed right up that alley with Spy Kids.
Yeah, well, that kind of brings me to my point is do you feel like it's the technology or it's the subject that is not as appealing to you? Like, because there is a lot of space, technical, futuristic machinery going on in this Power Rangers. Is that maybe what kind of?
I said what killed me was the cheesy dialogue.
Okay.
The dialogue, that line about the Black Ranger. There was another dialogue, I forget what it was in there. It just looked like the writing might not be top notch.
That is what scares me though. That can kill a movie.
So just to comment a little bit. Let's talk about some of the classic heroes, classic characters we saw as well. Looks like we saw Goltar in there. He was because they talked about the gold monster, so I figured that was Goltar. He had
Goltar. He had the wings
gold
too.
wings, stuff like that. Looks like he was about to face off against Megazord.
And then
so you had that.
You had the line. That's a lot of gold.
Mm-hmm. And then of course you saw Alpha 5 and Zordon. So Bill Cranston voicing Zordon. You saw him as kind of this voice throughout the entire trailer as well, which I enjoyed. I think it's Bryan Cranston. He's gonna kill it. What did you think about what they did with him as far as being kind of like not really a hologram, but kind of like that face on the wall? I forget what the Etch-a-Sketch kind of thing they used to have when you were a kid,
right?
With the pins and stuff like that. How did you think? Would you rather see him like that or like a hologram?
That was my least favorite part of the old Power Rangers was the hologram crystal look of Zordon. I never was much into that. To have a different take on this, my first look at it, I like it. I like the way it looks. It's got to show enough expression to me. Maybe I wasn't a big fan of the original actor who played Zordon, and his facial expressions. I think you're right though. Mr. Breaking Bad himself is gonna kill it. I think he'll bring it to life, and we'll see a Zordon that we haven't seen before. He may carry the movie though. Yeah,
I think I would have been fine with the way, because I thought about it. I like the way they did it. I think I'll be fine with the way it is in the movies. I could also see it going a different way as far as in Flash. You had Gideon, right?
Right.
I could see him going kind of like that way as well with it. But this whole, Etch-a-Sketch, whatever they call it, I'm fine with it too. I think it'll be fine. Now, Alpha 5, we got a brief look at him. He looks like, he's going to be part of that comic relief in the story. I mean, you voice Bill Hader, who is a, infamous, comic.
I love him. I think he's great. Underrated.
Again, one of those things where I think it's just going to be so cheesy. It's going to be a Jar Jar Binks. It might take me out of the film.
Oh God, Sean. Oh God.
I'm not saying.
You gave him the Jar Jar Binks title already.
Exactly, man. Well, he's totally CG
and that? Yeah.
He talks goofy. So as long as you just can't overuse him. You put him in there, that's fine, but don't overuse the character. I think he'll be okay, but I don't know.
He's got big shoes to fill. I mean, right there. I think he's right there up with R2D2. So, and we love.
Oh, don't even.
We love.
No,
R2D2.
you did not just compare
the original
Alpha 5.
The original
you
Alpha 5.
did not compare Alpha 5 to R2 freaking D2.
If I had to have 3 or 4 droids for the rest of my life,
oh my God.
Alpha 5 is definitely in there. R2D2 is first. Don't get me wrong.
Slap your ass.
R2. This is my generation.
All right,
I'm entitled
fine,
to my
whatever.
opinion.
Be wrong. That's fine.
R2D2, Alpha 5, definitely in my top favorite robots, favorite droids. You're right. If Bill Hader talks too much, if he takes over the movie too much, well, I guess with the wrong dialogue, yeah, he could be.
I wouldn't blame for the dialogue. I wouldn't blame Bill Hader. I'd blame the filmmakers for.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I blame the dialogue, but we'll see. I wasn't crazy about his eyes. I don't know if you noticed his eyes
they were like
were a little
sticking out a little bit.
Yeah, they were almost too much movement going on. I love the way BB5. I'm sorry,
BB-8.
Alpha 5 looked originally.
Alpha 5,
very simple. Definitely, they have a little bit better technology to work with now, though. So.
Exactly, you got to step it up for the movie. It's kind of like the original Power Rangers movie. You know, they try to do better graphics and step it up compared to TV to a movie as well. So, but yeah, we'll just wait and see. I will tell you though. Sticking on the Power Rangers subject, I read the latest issue of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They came out with a new series, comic book series last year. I think they're in like issue 12 or 13 or something like that. Something interesting was the series is supposed to take place right after the Green Ranger saga, where Tommy has just kind of joined him as well.
Oh, okay.
And the first storyline is about how they don't know if they can really trust him because he was fighting against them, stuff like that. Well, in this new storyline, Billy and Tommy are transported to like some alternate future where Rita has won and the Power Rangers actually work for her and stuff like this. And there's this kind of evil dude, he looks kind of gold and green and white. And of course the big reveal at the end of this latest issue, Star if you haven't read it, is that it's Tommy. That version of Tommy.
Yeah.
And you got to see it in the comic as well. What was the knife or the dagger that the White Ranger had?
I don't remember the name of it, but it had the lion head on it.
Before they get captured, Tommy and Billy find that. Now remember, this is right after the Green Ranger saga, so we have a ways to go before Tommy becomes the White Ranger.
What?
Right?
That's cool.
But then in this dystopian future, they find the little talking dagger as well.
Do they take it?
Tommy has it as well. He takes it, and then they meet up with Bad Tommy, I guess I'll call him, as well. And like I said, he's got some white and some green in him, so it looks like he's already become the White Ranger. I don't know what's going on over there, but we'll have to wait. Like I said, the comic series is somewhat interesting. Based on the fact that right when the Green Ranger was happening, that was kind of when I was totally into Power Rangers. It was right after the White Ranger showed up is when I kind of got out of Power Rangers. So the comic is in my zone.
Definitely. I think everybody loves the Green Ranger story.
He's the most famous,
Sean.
yeah.
Everybody loves him.
Well, yeah, it's the most interesting because he's the bad boy. Yeah. Everyone loves a good bad boy.
Everybody wanted to be the damn Green Ranger, dude.
Of course. he was the most edgy, I guess you could say.
And what's hilarious is green. Who likes green?
Green is a great color. Hello. Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Green Hornet. Come on, everyone loves green.
Definitely would be
It's
purple.
St. Patty's Day.
But yeah, man, I gotta read. Does that read dark, the comic book at all? Or
Not really dark. It's more mature because I've read other Power Rangers comics, and this is definitely a more mature version of it.
Oh, okay.
The writing isn't stellar, but again, if you're into the series and you're into mythology, I would recommend checking it out. I think you'll enjoy it.
You're a harsh Power Ranger. Hard to impress is where I'm Power Ranger side, dude. I just want to say that.
We're hardest on the things we love, okay?
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is. All right.
Okay.
All right, guys, so it's time for you to fire back. Let us know what you think of the Power Rangers and Logan trailer. Did you like them? Did you hate them? Let us know, and also let us know what you thought about Powerless. And are you excited for Defenders? I know we are. So that's going to be it. Josh, thank you so much for coming back on the show, man. I missed this.
Yes,
I missed this. Just sitting here chatting. I mean, not that I don't like Lisa as well, but it's always fun to get a different perspective. And I feel like we have sometimes you add a little more to it. Sometimes I feel like I have to force something out of Lisa. It's like, come on, talk, and she doesn't want to.
Careful, Sean. Careful. We're on podcast.
She's not going to listen to this. She doesn't listen to the podcast. Are you kidding me? Please. Yeah, I can say anything right now about her, but I won't. I'll just say that I love her.
I'm mainly laughing because I also am hearing Ross right now from Friends telling Rachel, it was different. You remember that episode where, how was it? Was it
different.
It was just different.
Nobody likes change.
Nobody likes change. That's what I'm thinking of.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for us today. Let us know what you think. Hit us up on the social media, Facebook group or Twitter, or hit us up, dayspringdiscussions@gmail.com. So until next time, may the force be with us all.